Chapter 8 of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is titled Man in the Car Paradox, and it explores the idea that our perceptions of wealth and success are often influenced by our social comparisons with others. The chapter begins by noting that we often judge our own financial success and happiness based on the lifestyles and possessions of those around us, rather than on objective measures of wealth and well-being. Housel notes that this can lead to a paradoxical situation, in which we may feel unhappy and unfulfilled even if we are objectively wealthy and successful, simply because we are constantly comparing ourselves to others who seem to have more. Housel then goes on to provide several examples of how social comparisons can influence our financial decisions and perceptions of success. He notes that people are often more concerned with their relative wealth and status than with their absolute wealth and well-being, and that this can lead to a cycle of constant consumption and competition in search of higher status and prestige. The chapter also explores the concept of hedonic adaptation, which refers to the tendency for humans to quickly adapt to changes in their circumstances and return to a baseline level of happiness and well-being. Housel notes that this can lead to a situation in which we are constantly striving for more, even if we are already objectively wealthy and successful. Housel suggests that one way to break out of this cycle of constant comparison and consumption is to focus on our own goals and values, rather than on the lifestyles and possessions of those around us. He notes that by setting clear goals and aligning our spending and saving habits with those goals, we can achieve a greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in our lives, even if we are not objectively as wealthy or successful as others. The chapter concludes with a reminder that our perceptions of wealth and success are often influenced by our social comparisons with others, and that this can lead to a cycle of constant consumption and competition in search of higher status and prestige. However, by focusing on our own goals and values, we can break out of this cycle and achieve a greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in our lives. Overall, Chapter 8 of The Psychology of Money highlights the importance of understanding how social comparisons can influence our financial decisions and perceptions of success. By focusing on our own goals and values, and avoiding the trap of constant comparison and consumption, we can achieve a greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in our lives, even if we are not objectively as wealthy or successful as others. Chapter 9 of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is titled Wealth is What You Don't See, and it explores the concept of hidden wealth and the importance of understanding the true value of our financial decisions and assets. The chapter begins by noting that there are many types of wealth that are not immediately visible, including the value of our time, our relationships, and our ability to make decisions that benefit our long-term financial well-being. Housel argues that understanding the hidden value of these assets is essential for building true wealth and achieving long-term financial success. Housel then goes on to provide several examples of how hidden wealth can be created and accumulated over time. He notes that one of the most effective ways to create hidden wealth is by investing in our own skills and education, which can lead to higher earning potential and greater financial stability over the long term. He also highlights the importance of cultivating strong relationships and building a supportive community, which can provide valuable resources and opportunities for growth and success. The chapter also explores the concept of opportunity cost, which refers to the potential benefits that are foregone when we make a particular financial decision. Housel notes that understanding opportunity cost is essential for making wise financial decisions and maximizing our hidden wealth over the long term. Housel suggests that one way to increase our hidden wealth is to focus on reducing our expenses and minimizing our debt, which can free up resources that can be invested in our own skills, education, and relationships. He also notes the importance of understanding the true value of our possessions, and avoiding the trap of spending money on status symbols that do not provide real long-term value. The chapter concludes with a reminder that wealth is not just about the visible assets we possess, but also about the hidden assets that provide long-term value and security. By investing in our own skills, education, and relationships, and minimizing our expenses and debt, we can build true wealth and achieve long-term financial success. Overall, Chapter 9 of The Psychology of Money highlights the importance of understanding the hidden value of our financial decisions and assets. By focusing on the creation and accumulation of hidden wealth, and avoiding the trap of spending money on status symbols and other short-term pleasures, we can build true wealth and achieve long-term financial success. In Chapter 10 of The Psychology of Money, author Morgan Housel explores the power of saving money and its impact on financial success. He argues that while saving money may seem boring or even unnecessary in a world where instant gratification is so prevalent, it is in fact one of the most important habits for building wealth over the long term. Housel starts by discussing the power of compounding, which is the idea that money can grow exponentially over time when invested and allowed to accrue interest. He notes that the earlier one starts saving and investing, the greater the potential for long-term growth and financial security. Housel also stresses the importance of living below one's means and avoiding unnecessary expenses. He suggests that by minimizing expenses and living a modest lifestyle, individuals can free up resources to save and invest for the future. Housel also notes that small changes in spending habits can have a significant impact on long-term savings, and that even small amounts saved consistently over time can add up to substantial wealth. The chapter also explores the role of emotional and psychological factors in saving money. Housel acknowledges that saving can be difficult, especially in a culture that values spending and consumption, and suggests that individuals can benefit from reframing their mindset and developing a more positive relationship with money. This includes understanding one's personal values and priorities, and aligning spending habits accordingly. In addition to these individual strategies, Housel also notes the importance of institutional structures and policies that support saving and financial security. He suggests that employers can play a key role in promoting saving through retirement plans and other benefits, and that policymakers can help promote financial literacy and provide incentives for saving. The chapter concludes with a reminder that while saving money may not always be exciting or glamorous, it is one of the most important habits for building long-term wealth and financial security. By making small changes in spending habits, living below one's means, and investing consistently over time, individuals can achieve financial success and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with financial security. Overall, Chapter 10 of The Psychology of Money highlights the power of saving and its impact on financial success. By understanding the principles of compounding, living below one's means, and developing a positive relationship with money, individuals can build long-term wealth and achieve financial security. The chapter also stresses the importance of institutional support for saving and financial literacy, and provides a roadmap for achieving financial success through consistent saving and investment. In Chapter 11 of The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel argues that being reasonable is more important than being rational when it comes to making financial decisions. Housel notes that while rationality is often seen as a desirable trait in decision-making, it is not always the most effective approach in the context of personal finance. Rationality assumes that individuals always act in their own best interests and make decisions based on complete and accurate information. However, Housel suggests that this is rarely the case in reality, and that emotions, biases, and incomplete information often influence financial decision-making. Instead of relying solely on rationality, Housel suggests that individuals should strive to be reasonable when making financial decisions. Being reasonable means acknowledging and accepting the limitations of one's own knowledge and expertise, as well as the emotional and psychological factors that influence decision-making. It also means recognizing that there is rarely a single right answer when it comes to personal finance, and that different approaches may be appropriate for different individuals based on their unique circumstances. Housel provides several examples of how being reasonable can lead to better financial outcomes. For instance, he notes that individuals who focus solely on maximizing investment returns may overlook other important factors such as risk tolerance and diversification. Being reasonable means taking a more balanced approach and considering multiple factors when making investment decisions. Housel also emphasizes the importance of avoiding extreme positions when it comes to personal finance. For example, he notes that individuals who are overly risk-averse may miss out on opportunities for growth and wealth accumulation, While those who take excessive risks may expose themselves to unnecessary financial hardship, being reasonable means striking a balance between risk and reward that aligns with one's personal values and goals. Throughout the chapter, Housel stresses the importance of humility and self-awareness in financial decision-making. He notes that individuals who are willing to acknowledge their own limitations and biases are more likely to make sound decisions that align with their long-term goals. In conclusion, Chapter 11 of The Psychology of Money argues that being reasonable is more important than being rational when it comes to personal finance. By acknowledging the limitations of one's own knowledge and expertise, considering multiple factors in decision-making, and avoiding extreme positions, individuals can make sound financial decisions that align with their personal values and goals. The chapter emphasizes the importance of humility and self-awareness in financial decision-making, and provides a framework for approaching personal finance in a reasonable and effective way. In Chapter 12 of The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel explores the role of surprises in personal finance and the ways in which individuals can prepare for unexpected events. Housel notes that surprises are a fundamental part of life, and that financial surprises are especially common. These surprises can take many forms, such as unexpected expenses, job loss, market downturns, and health emergencies. While it is impossible to predict every potential surprise, Housel suggests that individuals can take steps to prepare themselves for the unexpected. The first step in preparing for surprises is to build a strong financial foundation. This includes building an emergency fund, paying off high-interest debt, and establishing a solid financial plan. By having a strong financial foundation, individuals can weather unexpected events without having to rely on high-interest credit or take other drastic measures. Housel also emphasizes the importance of diversification in preparing for surprises. Diversification means spreading investments across different asset classes and geographies, which can help to mitigate the risks of market downturns and other unexpected events. It also means having multiple sources of income, such as a part-time job or rental income, which can provide a cushion in the event of job loss or other financial setbacks. In addition to building a strong financial foundation and diversifying investments, Housel suggests that individuals should practice mental preparation for surprises. This means being aware of potential risks and preparing oneself mentally and emotionally for the possibility of unexpected events. It also means having a plan in place for how to respond to different scenarios, such as job loss or market downturns. Housel notes that while surprises can be difficult to handle, they can also present opportunities for growth and learning. By approaching surprises with a mindset of resilience and adaptability, individuals can emerge stronger and more prepared for future challenges. Throughout the chapter, Housel provides examples of individuals who have successfully navigated unexpected events and emphasizes the importance of taking a long-term view when it comes to personal finance. By preparing for the unexpected and maintaining a flexible and adaptable mindset, individuals can achieve financial stability and security over the long term. In conclusion, Chapter 12 of The Psychology of Money highlights the importance of preparing for surprises in personal finance. By building a strong financial foundation, diversifying investments, practicing mental preparation, and approaching surprises with a mindset of resilience and adaptability, individuals can weather unexpected events and achieve long-term financial security. The chapter emphasizes the importance of taking a long-term view when it comes to personal finance and provides a framework for preparing oneself for the unexpected. Chapter 13 of The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is titled Room for Error and explores the concept of margin of safety in personal finance. Housel notes that margin of safety is a fundamental concept in many areas of life, from engineering and investing to sports and healthcare. Margin of safety is essentially a buffer that provides protection against unexpected events or errors. In personal finance, margin of safety refers to having a cushion of savings or other resources that can help to protect against financial setbacks. Housel explains that having a margin of safety is especially important in personal finance because unexpected events are common. These events can take many forms, such as job loss, medical emergencies, or unexpected expenses. Without a margin of safety, Individuals may have to rely on high-interest debt or other drastic measures to cope with unexpected events. One of the key ways to create a margin of safety in personal finance is to save aggressively. Housel suggests that individuals should aim to save at least 25% of their income, and ideally more. By saving aggressively, individuals can build up a cushion of savings that can help to protect against unexpected events. Another way to create a margin of safety is to avoid taking on too much debt. Housel notes that debt can be a useful tool in certain circumstances, such as buying a home or starting a business. However, too much debt can leave individuals vulnerable to unexpected events, as they may not have the resources to make payments or cover other expenses. Housel also emphasizes the importance of diversification in creating a margin of safety. By spreading investments across different asset classes and geographies, individuals can reduce the risks of market downturns and other unexpected events. It also means having multiple sources of income, such as a part-time job or rental income, which can provide a cushion in the event of job loss or other financial setbacks. Throughout the chapter, Housel provides examples of individuals who have successfully navigated unexpected events by having a margin of safety in their personal finances. He also notes that having a margin of safety can provide a sense of peace of mind, as individuals know that they have a cushion to fall back on in the event of unexpected events. In conclusion, Chapter 13 of The Psychology of Money highlights the importance of having a margin of safety in personal finance. By saving aggressively, avoiding too much debt, diversifying investments, and having multiple sources of income, individuals can build up a cushion of savings and resources that can help to protect against unexpected events. The chapter emphasizes the importance of taking a long-term view when it comes to personal finance and provides a framework for creating a margin of safety in one's financial life. In Chapter 14 of The Psychology of Money, titled You'll Change, Morgan Housel explores how our attitudes and behaviors toward money can change over time, and the importance of being flexible in our financial planning. Housel begins by noting that our lives and circumstances are constantly changing, and that our financial priorities and goals can change as well. He highlights the importance of being aware of these changes and adapting our financial planning accordingly. One of the key ways that our attitudes and behaviors toward money can change over time is through experience. Housel notes that our early experiences with money, such as growing up in a wealthy or financially unstable household, can shape our attitudes toward money and influence our financial behaviors in the long term. However, our experiences throughout life, including successes and setbacks, can also shape our attitudes and behaviors toward money. Another important factor that can influence our financial planning is our age. Housel notes that our financial priorities and goals may change as we go through different life stages. For example, in our 20s and 30s, we may focus on paying off student loans and building up savings, while in our 40s and 50s, we may prioritize retirement planning and creating a legacy for our children. Housel emphasizes that it is important to be flexible and adaptable in our financial planning, and to recognize that our goals and priorities may change over time. He suggests regularly reviewing our financial plans and adjusting them as necessary to reflect changes in our circumstances. One of the challenges of adapting our financial planning over time is that we may become attached to our previous plans or goals. Housel notes that this attachment can be dangerous, as it can prevent us from making necessary changes and adapting to new circumstances. Throughout the chapter, Housel provides examples of individuals who have adapted their financial planning over time in response to changing circumstances. He also notes that being flexible and adaptable in our financial planning can help us to be more resilient in the face of unexpected events. In conclusion, Chapter 14 of The Psychology of Money emphasizes the importance of being aware of how our attitudes and behaviors toward money can change over time, and the importance of being flexible and adaptable in our financial planning. By regularly reviewing our financial plans and adjusting them as necessary, we can ensure that our financial goals and priorities are aligned with our current circumstances and